Okay, this is a video response to the Library of Sarah's Harry Potter type video, which I was super excited to see in the description box, or my subscription box. How cool is this? And the people I'm tagging are down below, along with whoever else wants to do it. So let's get started. Okay, favorite book. Easy. Totally easy. Obviously, I love them all, but my favorite is Half-Blood Prince. This book, as soon as I read it, I knew it was my favorite one. There's a lot that happens here. You learn a lot about the Snape and Dumbledore kind of, not conspiracy, like relationship. You're starting to learn a lot of, like, not the dark side, that sounds so silly, but like, it's starting to get darker. It's not just the happy magical story as it was before. And also the problem Draco faces in here is really good, with how him being the chosen one for the Voldemort side and Harry's being the chosen one for Dumbledore's side, and that whole thing. I really enjoy that, and the adventure to find the Horcruxes with Dumbledore is really exciting. I love it, even though it is sad. And then also the ending scene is really good because the way it was written, I love it. And this is the book that I cried through at the end, but it's so good. And I think it also exemplifies Dumbledore's relationship with Harry and everything that's happened prior to. Yeah, I just love it. It has so much in it. I can go on and on about this, but this is what I love. It's just so good. And I know, never mind, I'm not going to say that. But I love all the books, but this one has got to be my favorite. Just with everything that goes on, the changing of and growing up of the characters and finding out more information, and the Wizarding World gets darker and darker, and with Voldemort's getting stronger and stronger, and you find out bits and pieces of the story, and it makes you wonder. And this is where you start to find out more about Snape and his agenda, because you were led to believe one thing and everything. So there's just a lot of, this is kind of where the series kind of turns. It started to turn in year 5, Order of the Phoenix, but now it's getting there, and in year 7 it gets even more dark. So this is just my favorite one, and I just love this one. So that is my favorite book. It's Half-Blood Prince. Easy. Your favorite movie? Okay, this is my dilemma with favorite movies. Okay. All right. All of the movies, I will say, are great. The way they were portrayed and the way they were depicted and acted, they're just great. Okay, so I have four that I picked immediately. And it's hard because you love the books and then you watch the movies and there's the differences in there that you just love. But I'm kind of going to do this a different way. Instead of like saying one favorite movie, of the 4 that I have, I'm just gonna say why I like them. Like, it's hard to pick. How do you pick? You can't pick because they're so well done. Okay, we're just going to get started because there's 4. I love 3, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, for Prisoner of Azkaban, why this isn't my favorite book, I don't know. But I think it's just because I'm looking at the movie part, and I'm looking at the acting and the portrayal of these events. This is the introduction to Sirius Black, who is one of my favorite characters ever, and just the feeling for Harry to say, when he finds out he has a family, and like there's one scene, it's not in this one, but he finds this out, and it's the introduction of Sirius Black that I love this movie, just the way it was written and that kind of thing, and it kind of is giving Harry some more history of his past and stuff, and I think that's why I love the movie, just because of the way that whole thing was visually played out in the movie. And Order of the Phoenix, so much happens in this. This is again where it starts to become dark, and there's a scene in this movie that I just love. It is when they're at Sirius's house at the Order of the Phoenix headquarters, and he says to Harry that as soon as all this is over, the war with Voldemort, they will be a family again. And that scene when they're in the room with the black family on the wall, that scene, and like, because there again, for Harry's point of view, that is where he sees some hope. He sees some, like, a glimmer of hope that this is all going to be over and everything. And then of course, the ending, again, beautifully played. Bellatrix, Bellatrix is a great character, but I don't like her. And this is where you see Tonks, and Tonks, I know I have her as my background, but she's a good character, but she's not my favorite. But I just really like her anyway. So yeah, and then obviously Half-Blood Prince, just for the ending scene, the way they did it is beautiful. And then also you can see the way they visually showed Draco's struggle with wanting, well, he doesn't really want to be a Death Eater, but he's kind of forced into it due to his family. So the way that is shown is really good. And then the most recent one, part 1, I love. This has got to be by far the best one, just because overall, is what I'm saying, overall, the portrayal of this was good. I wish it was longer though. I cannot wait for part 2 to come out, so then the whole series will be complete. The change in this compared to Sister Stone is phenomenal. You see like little fantasy series, and like you see what it's turned into, what J.K. Rowling completely did almost. And I love a scene with the beloved Dobby in this movie. Another crying moment. I don't know, that's silly. Who cries at Harry Potter? But when you loved it for so long, that you get to know the characters and everything. So those were my favorite movie kind of scenes kind of thing. I don't know. And then your first experience with Harry Potter, or your ultimate like memory kind of thing. Okay, my first experience with Harry Potter. Honestly, at first I didn't like it. I thought it was kind of silly, but then I kind of like bit the bullet, and you're like, okay, I'll read it, right? Who can it hurt? I was so stupid. It's like, what was I missing? So that was kind of it. I kind of just read it in school and stuff, and I was like hooked immediately. Just the whole world that she has created in such detail, and it feels real. Like, it completely feels real, and it's such a good adventure. The way it's written, and it just draws you in and keeps you wondering and everything. So my memories through Harry Potter, I have so much stuff, like so much, because I have been loving Harry Potter for years, and I have so much stuff and everything. But 2 memories stick out. One is when I'm picking up the pre-order of Deathly Hallows. Okay, I remember hearing about Deathly Hallows is coming out, the book is being released in such a date. I immediately had to run out and pre-order it, because this was it. This was the ending. This was the conclusion of this all. You're going to find out everything. And I remember I woke up, I pre-ordered it at Target, because then you got, it was like a free bookmark or something of it. And I remember getting up so early to wait outside until it opened at 8 o'clock and to get it. And it was just phenomenal. I went with my sister, and then on the way home I had her start reading it to me in the car, because I was so obsessed with it, because I needed to know what happened, and I just loved it. And that book is good too. There's so much that that J.K. Rowling ties up and doesn't tie up, and it's just really, really good. Another favorite memory of all time is when I went to the exhibition at the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago. That had to have been the best thing. And I had talked about it on my old channel when I went. It was phenomenal. You saw movie props, you saw costumes, you saw like parts of Hagrid's hut. You saw parts of the, oh geez, sorry, my computer went dark. You saw, like, dormitories. You saw all these things, and like, just knowing that these are authentic things, it's like, it makes it real, because you got to like, you can even like hold some of the props and stuff. That was just really cool, because it's something that I loved and so much, and to see it like almost real is what I'm saying. It was awesome. It was phenomenal. And like, to see when you went to the Death Eater part and stuff, it's just really, really cool, and I love that, and I will never forget that. They need to do it again and keep it, because it was a traveling exhibition. I think it was a year ago or 2 years ago or something like that. That was really, really cool. I was so glad I went. I remember getting the little flyer for like upcoming events at the museum, and I saw that, and I was just like my eyes probably popped out of my head, because, and then I like went online and I ordered tickets and stuff, because I needed to see it. It was one of those things, I needed to spend the money on it because I needed to see it. So yeah, that was my response to this. I was so excited because I love Harry Potter. Harry Potter is my favorite. This closet, the second closet, is my Harry Potter closet. That's where all my Harry Potter stuff is in there, which I'm crazy for. So yeah, that is it. The people I'm going to tag are going to be down here, and if you feel free to make a response. Thank you for watching. Bye.